Hello, welcome back to another social dilemma video. As always, none of these topics are easy. That's why it's a dilemma, because I don't know if there is any simple solution or a solution for any of these issues because it's quite complex. But it's worth discussing because I strongly believe with open discussion on these social dilemma, we get a better understanding of why many things that we want or want to change or like to change can't be changed, or it's very difficult to change. Okay, so that's the purpose of this video. I'm always open-minded, all ears, in hearing any solutions that is viable. Okay, so let's tackle this one. As you see in the title, Proxy Colonialism. That's a mouthful for me to say. What does that mean? I don't know if anyone else has used that term, but it's something that I have used for quite some time over the past few decades. Whenever I get into a discussion of how American foreign policy come across to me. First and foremost, I love America. I appreciate everything that this country has offered me to be where I am today. No doubt. The freedom, the opportunities, everything that I could have imagined to live the American dream or to achieve the American dream pretty much have come through for me. But that does not mean that I agree with many things that I see around me. Okay, it's possible. Okay, there are people that think everything is great in America and everybody should be happy and not complain about anything. You know, there are people like that. I can appreciate the good things in this country, but at the same time, I can also talk about the not so great things in this country. And one of them is the proxy colonialism attitude. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by saying that? What the heck does proxy colonialism mean? For sure, a lot of people in this country believe that we are the greatest country in the world. In many American eyes, sure, there's always people that can't stand this country and want to move away because they don't like the policy, the president. I'm sure I'm not shocking you with any kind of this revelation, but for the most part, many people believe for a long time that we are the greatest country in the world. There's nothing wrong with national pride. Okay? And if you go to any country, Germany, the UK, just about every country you go to, you will find people that have their own national pride. Okay? Not everybody want to move to America. Okay? It seemed that way. But yes, the downtrodden from many other places love to come here for the open opportunities that they can find, like I did, whether legally or illegally, as some people can. But ultimately, every country has their own national pride. Okay, so I don't have a problem with Americans that think we are the greatest country in the world. But over the past many decades, I'm sure this is not shocking news to many people that are watching this video, that a lot of people believe that we are the greatest country in the world and other people should adopt what we do. Once again, nothing wrong with that kind of attitude. Okay? It's okay to think that we have the perfect model. There's no such thing as a perfect model. Okay? Let's get that straight. There's no such thing, but it is okay to think that we are living in a really good environment, good structure that other people should follow. But who are us to decide that? We, at times, can be very arrogant. We, by we, I mean the US, can be very arrogant in thinking and imposing our way of life into other culture, regardless of how long or what different other culture are to ours. Okay, we have made the same mistakes over and over and over again in the past many decades, engaging in endless wars in many places that we want to change. We want to impose our will, our way of life, our structure of government into other cultures, regardless of how long they have been that way. The Middle East had been that way for a long, long time. Yet, we think they should change into our way of life. Now, the reason why I use the term proxy colonialism, because in many ways, the public, the common people, the people that are willing to shed blood for our politicians and for the big corporation to go to war because they believe in the form of democracy that we preached, that everybody should adopt. Well, if you don't know, usually war benefit politicians and big corporations, right? Because ultimately it's about, let's change them so that we can sell more Levi jeans, sell more Coca-Cola, more Pepsi, more Ford, more GM. It's about business, okay? Politicians are not going to tell you that they go into war for profit. They're not. They will never admit that. Common people will shed blood so that they can make more profit, make more money for the big company that support our brand of democracy around the world. Okay? It is not we're too trustworthy. The general person in this country are too trustworthy to believe into the narrative that we are trying to save the world. We want to save other countries that are oppressed. If they want to change, let them change it. Okay? We don't need to shed our blood. Because the true narrative is far from being so noble that many people here believe. Okay? The narrative has been used over and over again because why? It works. People are not going to shed blood if big corporations openly admit that they support the war efforts because we can put in a regime, a structure, a government structure that will allow us, big companies, to sell products over there easier. Less restriction, less tariff. We want to sell our stuff to you. We want to export our brand of culture to you, right? That's why I call it and name it proxy colonialism, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to force other countries, other cultures to emulate our way of life for the sake of big business. And many people over the past many decades have shed blood believing that they are fighting from some kind of noble cause when for the most part it is more for big business, whether they're making guns or bombs or rockets for the war to profit off that, or they want the structure of that country over there to change so that we can sell more product to them. We want to put in a puppet government that will go along with what we want. The more you think about what I said, I think the more you agree that the term proxy colonialism fit very well with the way we approach foreign policies around here. It's never as simple and clean and pure as most people believe. Trust me, sit back and think about why we are going to war with other countries. Okay? It is a lot more than just trying to free those people. It is sad. If there's anything that I'm most disappointed about America, since I have lived here now for over 40 years, is I see the constant brand of proxy colonialism. Every time I hear a conflict somewhere that potentially we can go into a war, rarely is the narrative for war is what we think it is. Okay? Just look at the Iraq War. Mass weapon of destruction was there. You can go down the list. Okay? It is never what the true story is. We need to stop believing the narrative that the politicians tell us why they want to go to war. But who am I to stop the average Americans to believe that we are living in the greatest country of all and everybody else should enjoy the same kind of environment that we have here? Who am I, right? I'm all ears if you agree or disagree. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.